Gentlemen, at this time, Alma College women's basketball would like to recognize its seniors in the graduating class of 2024. Our first senior today is number 1, Taylor Cleveland. Taylor is a special education major in business administration minor from Alma, Michigan, and was escorted today by her father, JT, and mother, Kristen. Taylor's favorite Alma memory is spending time with her teammates and friends and adopting her dog, Bee. After graduation, Taylor plans to spend time in the summer in Spain studying the language and returning to Alma in the fall to complete her student teaching to become a high school Spanish teacher. Give it up for number 1, Taylor Cleveland. Our next senior tonight is number 22, Taylor Sass. Taylor's a finance and mathematics major from Saginaw, Michigan, and is escorted today by her father, Steve, and her mother, Tracy. Taylor's favorite Alabama was beating Alabama in overtime in the MIAA tournament her sophomore year. Taylor also recently took sole possession of the all-time three-point record and scored over 1,400 points in her career at Alma College. After graduation, Taylor plans to pursue a career in finance with the hopes of becoming a financial assistant. Once again, everyone give it up for number 22, Taylor Sass. Our final senior this evening is team manager Sarah Bannisacker. Science major with a minor in psychology. She's from Newport, Michigan, escorted tonight by her father Scott and mother Amy. Sarah's favorite Alma memory is meeting and becoming friends with so many amazing people on campus. After graduation, Sarah plans to attend U of M Flint for her physical therapy and graduate program. Once again, everyone give it up for Sarah Bannisacker. And now, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Alma College women's basketball class of 2024.
This afternoon, we've got a doubleheader here for the Like High afternoon. We're going to get things started with the women's game. The Alma Scots battling the MIAA champion, Hope Flying Dutchman. I'm Jeff Somerville. Craig Jones. Day activities here at Alma College. The seniors being introduced here. Taylor Sass, Swan Valley. Well, those three getting their senior days today. Maddie Roberts,
It's going to be an interesting one because, of course, the best game of the year, the toughest game of the year for Hope, was the double overtime thriller against Alma earlier this year.
Yeah, Alma, you know, if you think you're going to sneak up on them today, you're not going to. You had that chance back in January.
Right.
Took them to a double overtime, eventually fell late in that game. Hope's had a couple of close ones, but Alma took them to that double overtime period. And we've seen Alma hang with them here at home a couple of times in the past few years. You know, they hang around for about a half, and then Hope, that depth that Hope has every year, really wears on Alma in the second half, and they end up pulling away. It'll be interesting to see today. You know, Alma, you guys talked about it a little bit last night during the high school game. Not really a whole lot to play for either team, but obviously if you're Alma, you want to slay the beast here and,
exactly.
come ready to play. And if you're Hope, you're looking to finish off another undefeated conference schedule.
Well, and if you look back on that first game, it wasn't a fluke or anything. Alma led much of the way before Hope tied it up in the fourth quarter and took a three-point lead. Brecken Warner hit a three with 16 seconds left in the game to tie it. Alma then needed to get a stop to force overtime. They got the stop, and then Werner got, about a 26-footer at the buzzer that went off the glass, off the rim, and out that would have won the game. Two teams back and forth in the 2 overtime periods. Hope got a 2-point lead. Alma had the last shot, got a straight-on look at 3 from Brooke LaRue. It just came up a little bit short. LaRue had 6 triples in that game, 20 points for LaRue, 23 for Taylor Sass to lead the way. But Sass was just 1 for 10 from three-point land in that game. So it's not like Alma got, absolute greatness offensively from their players.
No, but that's what we've kind of talked about all year is if Alma can get 1 or 2 other players going, they can be a really dangerous team. And obviously Brooke LaRue has her moments throughout the year. But having 20 points over at Hope is a big game.
It is.
Alma will need that again today.
Yeah, you look at the minutes that the Scots played in that game. LaRue 44 minutes, Sass 43 minutes, Robbins 47 minutes. You expect maybe the bench will be a little bit deeper now. There are some players that have stepped up the last couple of weeks for the Scots. Cadence Kaminsky has been really good off the bench. Meg Leslie's been really good off the bench as well. And Taylor Cleveland is going to start in place of Molly Derlew tonight on the senior day. Cleveland will get the start. I'm sure Derlew will be first off the bench, but so a little bit different situation, a little bit different rotation certainly for the Scots.
Yeah, and you look at the first time these two teams played, and we talked about Hope's depth that they have every year, and they run those wholesale change substitutions. You look at the minutes played, and most of their players are low 30 minutes or even lower than that. And so when you're talking about a 10-point or a 10-minute or more differential in the game between the two teams, that really is a big difference.
Oh, it can be, no doubt about it. You look at the Hope roster, their leading scorer is Sydney Viss, the sophomore, at 12 points per game. She's started all 24 games but only averages 20 minutes a game. Their second leading scorer, Olivia Bellows, at 10.8 points per game, hasn't started a single game out of the 24 this year, but plays 17.1 minutes, so only 3 minutes less per game, and she's the number 2 scorer there. The most minutes on the team go to Jada Gardner. She averages 22.5 minutes and 9.8 points per game. So, you're not going to play. You're not coming out and playing 35, 40 minutes in a game under Coach Morehouse's system.
No, that's what you expect when you come to Hope, is to get into that rotation early and often. And it's really pretty incredible what Coach Morehouse has been able to do year in, year out, just rotating so many girls through the program. You look at the leading scorers, and that 12 points is a little misleading because, like you said, she only averages about 20 minutes a game, and you figure if she were to go, 37 minutes like a lot of other girls in the conference,
that's pretty good stuff.
Number's pretty big. So a little misleading, but that's just what they do, and that's the type of brand that they play, and hats off to them.
Yes, no question about that. And Coach Morehouse picked up his 700th career win in that victory against Alma, the double overtime win. That was number 700 for him. Quite an accomplishment, certainly, at any level of basketball, but for Coach Morehouse, 700 wins. We are going to pause here for a timeout, and we will be getting ready for basketball here. A little bit of a delay with the senior day activities, but back for basketball after this timeout. Back here at the Art Smith Arena, getting ready for basketball. The Alma Scots, 5th-ranked Hope College Flying Dutch, 23-1 on the season, in front of a packed house here at Art Smith Arena on the Be Like tie game. And it's just going to get more and more full as the day goes on. There are a lot of people here already, and it's just going to continue to grow and grow. Should be a great atmosphere for basketball. Get yourself on down here if you're just in town and nothing else to do. It's cold outside. It's nice and warm here inside the Art, so come on down.
It's going to be key for the Scots. How long can they keep this crowd into it? Because the longer they can keep the crowd a part of it, the better for them.
Yeah, no doubt about that. We're going to step aside here as the national anthem is played, and when we come back, the starting lineups and opening tip. It's the Scots and the Dutch, live from the Art Smith Arena. National anthem in the books here at the Art Smith Arena, and we are just about ready for basketball. The Scots and the Flying Dutch. Let's take a look at those starting lineups. First, for the Hope College Flying Dutch, they're going to go with sophomore Carson Karlblom, along with senior Raven Jemison, Jada Garner, the junior from Midland Dow High School, Keegan Kaiser, a sophomore, and another sophomore, their star, Sydney Viss, from Byron Center, Michigan. Over on the Scots side of things, they're going to start senior Taylor Cleveland, along with the fifth-year senior Maddie Robbins, junior Brooke LaRue, another senior Taylor Sass, and then in the middle will be the sophomore from Portland, Brecken Werner. Should be a good one here, Craig. If Alma, you said it properly, the longer Alma can stay in this, the better off for them.
Yeah, and I think a big part of that is the rebound battle. First time these two teams played, it was 45-43 Hope, and that historically has been where Hope has just killed Alma, has been the rebounding, and particularly the second chance points. If Alma can limit that and get their own second chance opportunities, extend the possession, extend the clock, they can hang in this thing, but it's going to be a tall task.
It appears as though the Scots are going to have Reagan Thor back tonight as well. She's missed the last two with injury.
That's a good boost.
Great energy player, somebody that can crash the glass when she comes in off the bench. but she is dressed tonight, so I would assume that she will be available to play. Two teams in their pregame huddles, full squad huddles for the two teams so far before they break off into the smaller huddles, and we'll be ready for basketball. Coach Morehouse and Coach Stormont meet out toward midcourt. And now they will speak with their respective teams and a few final words, and we'll be ready to go here.
We saw
in front of, I'd say, the largest crowd I've seen for the start of a doubleheader basketball game here.
This is great. This is what you want, and these are the moments of why you play college athletics. You want that big moment, and if you're Alma, you've got to come out swinging right away. We saw them shooting lights out the other night.
Yeah. Yes, we did.
We'll see if that'll carry over to today, but, man, they were on fire just Wednesday night.
Well, no question about that. It'll be Werner to jump it up for the Scots. Raven Jemison for the Dutch. And Werner wins the tap to LaRue. Back for Robbins. Maddie going to drive to the right. Go inside, Werner up off the window, 2-0 Scots, just like that. Brecken Werner to the basket.
That's big to get Werner going. Hope not as big as they traditionally have been. And if you can get that post play going
You're
early,
right, they are not.
That'll be big.
Garner with it, goes to Karlblom. Driving is Kaiser. She goes up off the window. No, Werner the rebound. Cleveland will come out of there with it. There was a lot of contact. Kaiser went after the basketball. Cleveland picks up the dribble to LaRue over left wing Robbins. Robbins to Werner. Hands off to LaRue. LaRue stuck in the paint. She's going to get called for three if she's not careful. Going to go Werner, mid-range jumper, in and out, no. Rebound comes to Garner.
Yeah, they had good ball movement, and then they just kind of stalled out there.
Garner into the corner. Kaiser cut off. She'll step things back out. They've got Viss out on the right wing with Cleveland on her. That's a bit of a mismatch. They switch off now and get Sass on Viss. Sid going to drive left, puts up a jumper in and out, no. And Werner gets decked on the rebound, but Jemison comes away with it. Three ball on the way, long. Big time box out from Taylor Cleveland. Wow.
Oh,
they're going to call a foul on her? Oh, boy.
I think they're calling it on
Warner. Calling it on somebody else, yeah.
On Warner. I thought her defender was going over her back.
Yeah, so did I.
I don't know if she was sticking a leg out there. Maybe that's what they called.
I don't know. That's a rough one early on. Maddie Weber's going to check in, as will Reagan Thor.
I thought that was two good box outs there. That's just a backbreaker. Because now,
really is.
Third opportunity here for Hope to put it in.
Yeah, Kaiser with it. Goes out. Viss looked to swing it. Didn't have anybody there. Goes off of a Jemison screen and traveled with it.
Good defense. Good on-ball defense there from Brooke LaRue.
Jemison showing she's going to be very physical in the early going of this game. Robbins for the Scots. Three ball on the way from LaRue. In and out, no. Thor taps the rebound, but Garner comes away with it. Garner back for Hope. Going to drive on Robbins, kick out Viss in the corner in front of the Alma bench. Over for Karlblom. Around for Garner. Garner tries to back down on Robbins, crosses through to Kaiser. 10 on the shot clock. Kaiser into the lane, out for Garner. Garner looks for Jemison inside. Outside, 3 on the clock. Karlblom for 3, got it. Nice ball movement right there, and Carson Karlblom with a 54.8% three-point shooter on the season.
They got the matchup down low that they wanted one-on-one, but just a good job to kick it out opposite wing.
Cross court, Thor open for 3. Back iron, no. Long rebound out to Robbins. Inside, Thor up off the window, no. Foul on Viss.
Great look. She saw Reagan Thor get down into the lane and just zipped it down there, did Brooke LaRue.
So Thor to the line for a couple. Substitutions here for Hope. They're going to bring in Courtney Lee. along with a couple of others. Not a full line change. Olivia Bellows, of course, into the game. Thor's shot rings in, ties the game at 3. Second one for Thor, also good. Give Reagan an early 2, and Alma leads it 4-3. Garner back the other way for Hope. Goes off to Bellows. Bellows drives in, up off the window, no. Rebound Sass. Gonna go to Robbins. Goes inside Weber. Weber out. Thor thought she was gonna trigger that 3, but she didn't, and instead she's gonna turn it over to Garner.
Don't think her feet were set.
And Garner goes with a big flopping motion backwards and draws a foul on Robbins.
Yeah, that's a tough one, a long way from the basket. You hate to see Maddie pick that one up, but...
Well, that was drawn by the veteran Jada Garner. Garner brings it across. Kaiser to Bellows. Bellows for 3, left wing, no. Long rebound, LaRue.
Alma doing a great job getting position and getting the rebounds right now, actually leading the rebound battle.
LaRue wants to go backdoor to Sass, does. Sass airballs it, but gathers it back up and swings it around Robbins. Robbins kick out LaRue. LaRue drives to her left, now to the right to Weber. Weber gonna drive in, kick out LaRue, 5 on the shot clock. LaRue to Weber. Weber can hit it from out there. And she fills it up for 3. Maddie Weber.
Called that one as soon as I saw her step out there. She was going to be wide open, took advantage of it.
7-3 Scots. Garner off of a screen. Kick out. 3 ball from Carlblum. She's got another one. And that's why she's now shooting probably over 55% from downtown on the season.
Tough to defend that, especially with all the ball screen action that they run.
It's actually Garner that shoots over 50%. Carlblum, an excellent three-point shooter as well, though, and an offensive foul called on Weber.
A tough one now.
Derlew and Kaminsky in for the Scots. Robbins and Thor will sit down.
Weber and Warner both picking up early ones for the Scots.
Taryn Maynard checks in along with Lauren Leach, as both teams utilizing those benches. This is Maynard. Maynard drives on Sass. Goes back to her left. Out. Pass tipped by Derlew. It gets through to Brunsberg, who's in. Maynard with it. Cut off there. Leach around. Bellows into the lane, and she traveled with it under heavy pressure from Brooke LaRue.
Yeah, I think she's complaining a little bit about the contact, but just slid that back foot just a little bit.
Kaminsky will handle the point for the Scots. For Weber. Weber to LaRue, open, left wing 3 off to the right. And coming out of there quickly with it is Bellows. That was Maynard. Now Bellows with it. To Brunsberg. For Maynard. Into the corner now. Kaminsky fell down, leaves an open look, no good. Battle for the rebound, tapped out of bounds by the Scots. Tapped out of bounds by the Dutch.
I thought it went off of Hope as well.
All right.
A couple Scots reached in for it, but it looked like it went right off of 44 there.
Breckenwerner checks back in. Weber sits down. She hit the triple while she was out there. 7-6 Alma midway through the first quarter. Kaminsky being hounded defensively, goes inside Sass. Sass gonna back down, drop step to the right. Has her shot blocked from behind, bailed out by a foul call on Brunsberg. Sass kind of tripped in there. I thought she might get called for a travel.
I was gonna say, what do you think the scouting report was there? Because when she had it down in that low block, she had 4 defenders collapse right down on her. Not worried about any other outside threat.
Brunsberg really bailed her out on that foul. Bellows sits down. Garner back in there. Here come Robbins and Thor back for the Scots.
It's a good job of...
Robbins is going to actually check in for Sass.
Good job there for Alma to weather the storm a little bit while some of their starters got some blows. That's what they're going to have to do all night. Just keep rotating through.
Sass's first foul shot up and good. 8-6 Scots. First point for Taylor Sass. Second one off the back iron, no, and Jemison grabs the rebound. Gets it out of there quickly with Maynard. For Leach. Leach is going to drive, but she drove too quickly and traveled with it.
That was a quick whistle.
It was a quick trigger on the whistle.
I mean, she must have traveled. She left Durloo in the dust.
Well, Coach Morehouse didn't say a word about it, and he's sometimes a pretty fiery guy over there. So
I think it probably was, but man, that was a quick one.
Robbins with it. Cross court, Thor has to climb the ladder to get it to Durloo. Molly drives in. Robbins out on the wing. Looked at the three, going to drive instead, gets bumped, goes out. Thor for a long three, no good, and a nice box out by Jemison. For Garner. Garner crosses over into the corner. Leach, swing it around. Maynard with it, a little runner, got it. Taryn Maynard, the freshman from Jenison.
Almost got to get it into the post here. They've gone away for the last couple possessions.
All tied up, 8 apiece. Robbins works off of a screen to Kaminsky. Kaminsky inside Werner. Brecken going to look for that drop step. Goes to the left hand, and she's fouled by Jemison.
You've got to attack Jemison, and even if it's not there and you can kick it out, their offense is so much better. It goes inside and out.
Brecken Werner just 51% from the line this year. Kaminsky and Durloo sit down. LaRue and Sass back.
Quick rest there for LaRue.
4 starters plus Reagan Thor. Werner's first foul shot long. Stay tied at 8 apiece. Second one from Werner, up and good. Give the Scots the lead again. And here comes Garner back the other way for the Dutch. Goes to her right. Kick out. Maynard with it. For Garner, back to Maynard. Thor sags off of her. Maynard fires and misses. Rebound Robbins. Robbins turned on the Jets for a minute. Stops, starts again. Kick out Thor. Didn't want the three. Goes to LaRue instead. LaRue looked backdoor. Couldn't find anybody. Back over to Thor on the right side. Thor finds a cutting LaRue up off the window. And good. 11-8 Scots. Brooke LaRue with her first 2.
Really nice finish there from LaRue.
Driving in is Garner. That's no good. Werner the rebound. Here comes Robbins for the Scots. Big possession right here in the balance of the first quarter. Robbins traveled with it. Sass faked back door, and Robbins was ready to pass it to her out top. Weber checks back in. Durloo back for the Scots. 3 coming back the other way for Hope. Looks like we've got Viss back into the ball game. They're looking for some crowd control already down here. Early on. So we're going to have a little bit of a delay here with a big crowd on hand.
It's going to be a long day if you're asking for that with 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Yeah, I haven't really heard anything yet. So play back underway and into Lee, who gets a short-range bucket to make it 11-10. Robbins for the Scots. Wanted to go inside to Weber, didn't. Sass with a blow-by, does get it to Weber, who's double-teamed. Going to go cross-court, Durloo. Swing it, LaRue. Back to Durloo, 10 on the shot clock. Molly corrals a loose ball. Tried to go into the corner. It's tapped out of bounds by Viss. 4 on the shot clock. Alma will inbound from a tricky spot right in front of that Hope bench. LaRue to get it in to Robbins. 4 on the clock. 3, 2. Robbins, runner off the window, no. Rebound fought for, and Courtney Lee's got it out of there to Garner. Garner, Scott's having trouble getting matched back up. Garner in the paint, turns, fires, no. Rebound, LaRue. Minute 25 to go in the first quarter. LaRue out of there with it for the Scots. Hands to Sass for Derlew. Back to Robbins, cross court, LaRue, wide open, 3-ball on the way, ring it up, Brooke LaRue.
Just great court vision there from Robbins to see her all the way tucked in the corner.
Garner goes to Viss, Viss gets into the lane, fires and scores, a mismatch there. Got Robbins out on Viss, and Viss got her up in the air. So 14-12 in a very competitive first quarter here at the Art Smith Arena. LaRue with it, under a minute to go in the quarter. Derlew goes by Viss to the bucket, no, and the rebound comes away there to Karlblom.
Really like how Alma's attacking the basket there. That's not a play we saw Molly make all year.
No, certainly. Karlblom with it here. Tries to go on a little cut action to Kaiser. Back out, Viss for 3, front iron, no. Weber the rebound. Alma will have a chance at the last possession of the first quarter.
Really, really, really good job on the boards for the Scots so far in this one.
Sammy Stormont calls out for one shot.
Inside out to Sass.
Robbins going to call things out for Weber. Weber wants to find a cutting Derlew up under, and Molly finishes beautifully. Nice pass from Weber, good finish Derlew. Garner not going to get a shot off as they end the quarter. It's going to be Scots by 4 at the end of 1. Alma 16, Hope 12. Back for the second after this. One quarter in the books, and the Scots proving that the first game between these two teams was no fluke that went to double overtime. Alma leads 23-1, fifth-ranked Hope 16-12 at the end of the first quarter.
Well, like I said in the pregame show, rebounding would be huge. Alma winning that battle right now 10-8. They've also only given up 4 bench points to this Hope team.
Well, that's huge right there. Leach with it, hands off to Bellows, to Maynard. Maynard, little jab step, goes off a Jemison screen. Gets to the bucket, scoops, and scores.
Nice.
What a play right there.
Really nice finish.
Sass will run the point right now for the Scots. Kaminsky is out there and could do so as well. Sass double teamed out there, going to go to Derlew. Swing it, Kaminsky. Kaminsky inside Werner. Outside extra pass, Sass wing 3 off to the left. Oh, Derlew came flying in, tried to volleyball the rebound, didn't get it. Sets Bellows off, 3-ball on the way. No good. Rebound, Kaminsky.
That was really, really good there for Alma to get that. I thought Jemison gave a little bit of a forearm to Derlew.
Yes. Cross court to Derlew. Molly squared for 3, didn't take it, goes to Sass instead for LaRue. Kaminsky. Sass inside now, out, Werner open for 3, short. And Sass has got the board. I think a foul is going to be called on Leach. We'll wait and see. It is. Alma crashing after every rebound right now.
You can't underemphasize that enough with Hope not being as big as they historically have been. If you can own the glass on this team, you can beat them.
Kaminsky gets it into Werner in the post, left-handed hook, no. Second on Jemison. Werner will go to the line.
That's a big foul for Jemison.
It's going to get Courtney Lee up off the bench quickly. Thor and Robbins back for the Scots.
Almost got to continue pounding it down low.
Lee was excellent in the overtime periods of that first game. I believe Jemison fouled out is why Lee was in there. First one up and good from Warner.
Like I was just going to say, a lot of teams, your starter gets in foul trouble, and it's a good thing if you're playing against somebody like that. But Hope, they just have so many good athletes, good basketball players, that whoever they throw out there is going to be good. You got to just keep battling.
Second one no good from Warner. Scott's lead is 3, 17-14. Leach with it. Over from Maynard. Maynard drives, kicks it out. Driving in Brunsberg. Leach for 3. Corner, in and out. She was robbed. Battle for the rebound, and it comes away to Bellows. Bellows for Leach. Back to Bellows for 3. Blocked by Werner. And Bellows is going to pick up a foul after the fact.
I just was going to say on that first 3-point, Robbins didn't even put a hand up. Almost got to close out better, and then Warner on that one just blocks the shot.
Foul is the third team foul already on Hope in this second quarter as well. Derlew running a weave to Thor. Thor stops, kick out Robbins for Derlew. Derlew into the corner, LaRue. Cross court. Robbins. Kick out. Derlew straight on 3.
Boom!
Got it! Scots by 6, 20-14. Molly Derlew.
Almost got them reeling right now. They've got to just keep this thing going to the half.
Maynard goes to Leach. Leach in a little bit of trouble. Goes back up top, finds a cutting Maynard, but misses it. Oh, tough miss right there from Maynard.
Alma basically gave her that one as she got past the defender.
LaRue with it now for Derlew. To Thor. Thor going to go off a screen. Robbins. Wing 3 on the way. In and out, no. And the rebound comes away nicely to Brunsberg. Brunsberg hands it off to Taryn Maynard. Maynard to her left. Up for Bellows. Bellows drives and going to be fouled by Derlew. I think the Scots bench thought that Bellows traveled before that, but no call. Wholesale substitutions for Hope. Going to get a number of the starters back in except for Jemison, so Lee will stay out there. Garner looks to get it in, and it's going to be stolen away by Derlew. Tried to go to Carlblum. Derlew was there. Molly with it now for Sass. Robbins. Robbins to Thor up top. Sass right wing inside. Robbins just couldn't quite get it to her in time. They do corral it back to Thor, who makes a nice move and lays it in. Reagan Thor.
Faked the pass out to the corner, turned around, nobody was on her.
Garner driving against Robbins. For Viss. Viss puts it on the floor, goes off a nice Lee screen, mid-range jumper way off. Derlew the rebound. Elma's got Hope sped up right now. Inside, Weber lays it in. Timeout, Hope. Scots by 10. A full timeout called by the Dutch. It's Alma by 10. We'll be back after this. They'll change it to a 30, I believe. Back here at the Art Smith Arena, it is all Scots right now with 6:11 to go in the second quarter. Alma 24, Hope 14. Scots getting it done on both ends of the floor. The offense has been great. Defense has been even better. And like you've talked about, the rebounding from the Scots, a big difference so far.
Yeah, huge one. And I talked in the pregame show just briefly, if you're Alma, you're not going to be sneaking up on Hope.
No.
They don't care if they're sneaking up. They came ready, kicked the front door down, and they're ready to pull off this upset right now. They're fired up.
Have 5 apiece for Weber, Derlew, and LaRue. 4 from Brecken Werner, and 4 from Reagan Thor for the Scots.
Alma leading that rebound battle 15-12, and that's going to be huge the rest of this game.
Garner's got it to Karlblom. Over for Kaiser. Kaiser back to Karlblom. Weber's going to have to throw over, and it's stolen by Sass. Great slide from Maddie Weber and a steal from Sass. Into the corner. Kaminsky's got it now up top. Wild possession so far. Almost got to get it settled down. Sass does so. To Weber. Derlew wants it in the corner. Derlew's got it. Derlew for 3, short. And rebound comes out to Hope.
Pretty good look, just felt very jittery.
Garner leaves it to Viss. Viss gets Derlew off her feet. Leaves a pass off for Lee, who almost traveled with it. Up with the shot, no. Weber taps the rebound. And on the floor, Alma. Sass goes after it. Jump ball, possession favors Alma.
Jumping up, tipping it, diving on the floor. That's what you want to see for the Scots.
That's exactly what you want. Werner checks in. Weber sits down. Robbins back for Derlew.
Weber has been excellent so far in this game. I mean, both ends, just doing all the little things right now.
24-14 Scots, midway through the second quarter. Robbins crosses the timeline to Sass. LaRue over on the left wing. Goes to Kaminsky. Cadence over to Sass. Back up top, Werner. Brecken put it on the floor, hands to LaRue. LaRue with 10 on the shot clock. Kick it out, Kaminsky, corner 3. In and out, no. Lee the rebound. Gets it out quickly to Kaiser, who wants to run. Kaiser into the corner, Viss. Viss gonna drive in, and she'll be fouled by Kaminsky, I think. We'll see who they call it on, but regardless, Sydney Viss will go to the line for 2. It is on Kaminsky. Viss, an outstanding foul shooter at exactly 80% on the season. The team shoots 74.2%. And Viss misses the first. Sydney Viss with just 2 points so far in this one. She'll ready for the second. Her team's been stuck on 14 for a while. She gets them off that. Make it 24-15. Scots on top. Robbins to LaRue for Sass. Sass to Werner. Werner drives in, up off the window. What a take by Brecken Werner. Scots by 11, their biggest lead.
She got that kind of on her hip. I didn't think she was going to get the shot off in time.
Hope, long 3. Karlblom, no good. Kaminsky the rebound. Not a good possession right there from Hope. Very sped up.
A little quick.
Kaminsky to LaRue for Sass, left wing. Sass to Robbins. Robbins faked a backdoor to LaRue, didn't take it. They're going to go inside to Sass. Sass about 17 feet away, cuts in, goes with a left hand up off the glass, no. Werner the rebound. To Robbins, open, 3 from the wing, back iron, no. Werner another offensive board. Brecken going to handle it herself this time, right-handed hook shot, scores. Oh, Brecken Werner's playing at a very high level.
You can't put a value on that. 3 possessions in a bucket.
Garner back the other way, wants to do it herself, going to kick it out instead. They fake on a 3 into the corner. Garner for 3. She's over 50% on the year, doesn't get this one. Lee the rebound, puts it up, no! She couldn't get it to go.
I was going to say, really good position there from Lee.
She had perfect position.
Hope just looks gassed right now.
Robbins to Kaminsky. Now Hope's going to go with a line change, but they've got to steal first, setting it off on a break. Brunsberg to Garner. Scots get back. Garner up, under, scores. Nice play there by Jada Garner. 32nd, a full timeout is going to be called by Sammy Stormont. 28-17 Scots. We will be back after this. 28-17 Scots, 3:13 to go here in the first half of play. They lead 5th-ranked Hope. Hope goes back to that line number 2, plus they're going to bring in Grayson Guy, the freshman, with Jemison in foul trouble. Robbins for the Scots. Derlew, left wing, inside Weber. Has a little trouble corralling it. Does get it, though. Goes back out. Derlew, they'll try it again. To Sass. Sass going to drive in through traffic to the left hand. No, force that one up a little bit. Guy, the rebound. Hope comes out of there with it. Maynard. Maynard steps back, goes to Leach. Leach drives into the corner. Brunsberg out for Leach. Leach going to drive again, leaves it off for Guy, puts it up, no. Rebound Weber again.
Oh, wow,
baseball pass for Thor. She's got it. She lays it in. Scots by 13 again. What a pass by Robbins.
Just to see that. Saw Thor up ahead, took it one hand and just chucked it.
Maynard with it. Drives to her left. Back out. Bellows. Bellows falls down. Turned an ankle maybe. She's back up. 3 ball on the way from Maynard. Back iron, no. Sass the board.
You'll take that one.
Robbins in transition to Derlew. Derlew stops, crosses back over for Robbins. Maddie's going to call out a play. 5 fresh bodies at the table for Hope as they continue to try to find the recipe. Sass. Robbins. Going to drive. Puts it up, no. Got hit. No call, and here comes Maynard back the other way. Maynard has it tapped at by Thor as she goes by, steps back out, and throws it right into the Scott student section.
Just not the crispness that we expect from this Hope team year in, year out.
4 starters plus Courtney Lee return for Hope. Minute 21 to go in this second quarter. This next minute 21 is key in this game, Craig. It's how you finish the halves.
Huge. If Alma could extend that to 15 or more, I mean, that's monumental. If Hope could get it under 10,
right,
big for them.
Derlew with it, finds a cutting LaRue. Charging foul is going to be called. That's a good job to stand in right
really
there by Keegan Kaiser.
I actually thought they were going to call it a defensive penalty, and I was going to be a little upset. A really good job by Kaiser to stand in there.
She was just on the edge of that circle and planted.
Very planted.
Kaiser with it now. Crosses left to right. Tries to get all the way to the rack. Goes up over Weber. No. Kaminsky the board.
She was hoping to get bailed out with a foul there.
She was.
Weber
Kaminsky to LaRue to Thor. Thor open for 3. In and out. No. Rebound. LaRue puts it up and good.
Just crashing the boards every possession tonight for Alma.
Scots by 15. 43 seconds to go in the half. Traveling violation called. Scots force another turnover.
Man.
40.2 seconds.
How about this for keeping the crowd engaged for as long as you can? He'll take it to the second half.
Scots by 15.
Another one here is huge.
I think they'll take their time here. Derlew left wing for Thor. And an offensive foul on Weber, trying to set the screen.
Now, Hope's been asking for that so far in this game, so I didn't see it exactly, but
that's going to get Warner back up off the bench. Shot clock off, 29.6 seconds to go, and Sammy Stormont does not like the call. Here comes Garner.
I didn't see it, but Hope has been asking for that call all night, or all afternoon.
There's nobody on Carlblum right now. They get it into the lane. 3 ball on the way instead. Is going to be rebounded by LaRue, and the Scots are going to get a chance at the final possession here. A rushed trip right there. Cross court, Derlew, 8 seconds to go. Derlew drives, kick out, LaRue for 3. No good. Kaminsky's got the rebound. Werner's shot is up and good, but it's not going to count. Kaminsky tried to corral that rebound, couldn't do it. But a great first half for the Alma College Scots. They lead Hope by 15, 32-17. We will take a pause here for a number of sponsor announcements, and we will be back with the second half of action in the P1 halftime report. 32-17 Scots at the break.
I mean, it just looked really good.
Real time, it looked like a charge. Yeah.
So before we honor the graduating class of the dance team for 2024, can we please have the little dancers come to the sideline? And at this time now, Alma College Dance Team would like to recognize their seniors in the graduating class of 2024. Riley Bender. Study sessions at Starbucks and late night ice cream runs with their friends. After graduation, Riley friends applied to an anesthesia assistant programs across the country while gaining their master's in anesthesia and joining the medical field. Give it up for Riley Bender. Our final senior this evening is Brooklyn Regard. Brooklyn is a health and physiology science major on a pre-physical therapy track at Mount Pleasant, Michigan. She's escorted today by her father, Paul, her mother, Michelle, and her sister, Laura. Brooklyn's favorite album memory was the dance team Valentine's Day practice and chasing sunsets with her roommates. After graduation, Brooklyn will be moving to Montana for the summer, and in the fall, she'll be finishing up her degree while preparing for grad school. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Alma College Dance Team class of 2024.
I have a hard time.
Welcome back to the Art Smith Arena. 32-17, Alma leading Hope at halftime. And welcome into the Pizza One halftime report. I'm not sure when the last time Hope trailed by 15 at halftime was, and I'm interested to hear what the message from Coach Morehouse was in the locker room, and we'll be very intrigued to see how Hope comes out here, Craig. A lot of stats in that first half, all pointing the way of the Scots.
Yeah, a lot of them that just make you raise your eyebrows. We were talking during the half. It's going to go one of two ways. Either Hope's going to come out here fired up and just cut into this lead right away. If you're Alma, if you can weather the first 5-8 minutes of this half, I mean, I don't think Hope's just going to lay down and take a loss here by any means.
No.
I think they're going to come out swinging, so you got to be ready if you're Alma. But, I mean, just a ton of stats that you look at. The biggest one, though, we've talked all game about rebounding, and Alma's winning that rebounding battle right now. What did I tell you, 25-17, I think it is?
Yeah, significant difference.
17. So we talked about that coming in. That's going to be where Alma has to make their money. And this is a Hope team that's not as big as historically they have been. They're led by a lot more of their guard play and their quickness, and that plays right into Alma's hands. I mean, that's what Alma does, is they rely on their guard play and their quickness.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. Take a look at some of those individual numbers from the first half. Hope led by 6 points on 2 triples from Carson at Carlblum. Over on the Alma side of things, it's Brecken Werner leading the way with 8 for the Scots, 7 for Brooke LaRue, 6 from Reagan Thor, 5 from Maddie Weber and Molly Derlew, and then just 1 point from Taylor Sass in that first half, yet the Scots lead by 15. That might be the biggest stat of the day right there.
Yeah, and we talked in the pregame about that too, is if Alma can get 3-4 people going, they have success, and we've seen that today.
Thor going to get the second half start for the Scots, along with Werner, LaRue, Sass, and Robbins. I think they liked the spark that Derlew and Kaminsky gave off the bench.
They certainly gave a spark. I mean, anybody that checked in for the Scots in that first half gave a spark. I think as a team, they played their best half of the year.
They did. It'll be Hope basketball to start the second half.
And that's really the tough thing going forward, is how do you keep that up? It's obviously going to help with this crowd in here today.
And Hope's not going to score just 17 points in the second half.
No, that's a very, very low number. I mean, they hold opponents to 55 points per game, and Alma already at 32 in that
for
half.
the second time this year, we're going to have a delay coming out of halftime. Last time it was for a short in the scoreboard. Oh, the shot clock operator's not back. Where's Randy?
Well, there's a lot of people here.
There are a lot of people here.
He may have gotten held up in line for popcorn.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of people here, but yes, we have no shot clock operator.
Somebody's got to be able to push the buttons, right?
Yeah.
Fire it up.
Yeah, I would think so. The play clock and the shot clock operators are both missing, so we're going to get a couple of new ones in there, and here we go.
Okay. You don't see that every day.
No, that one's a first for me.
Alma's got to keep this crowd going. If Alma, weathers that first 5 to 8 minutes of this half, it's going to be tough for Hope.
There's our shot clock operator coming down now.
Well, a water in hand. He was held up getting a water, must be.
There's a lot of people out there. So we are now underway in the second half.
He's just
driving in quickly here is Carlblum. Garner with it to Carlblum. Back out Garner. Inside for Jemison. Jemison tries to go through a double team, and she's going to be fouled. She'll go to the line. That's one spot where I think Hope could be successful, is with Raven Jemison. She was very, very strong in the moments that she was in that first half.
She was very aggressive. Almost got to look to take advantage of that. If she's going to play aggressive, get her into foul trouble again.
Yep.
Not that Lee played bad off of the bench by any means, but Jemison just gives them a little bit extra.
Her first foul shot is up and no good. Second one from Jemison. In and out, no, and the rebound is going to come out long to LaRue.
That's been the story right there for Hope. That thing was down and in, and it popped back out.
Taylor Sass for the Scots. And not that I want to sit back too much, but I'd start milking clock right now.
Yeah.
Not completely,
it's
but
a tough balance, though.
Scots battling, two players in a wrong position here. Robbins and Thor both tried to catch it, and all they did was go into the laps of Weber and Derlew over there to turn it over. Not a good possession.
Alma built that entire first half off of their energy, and they've got to keep that gas pedal going.
Here comes Viss. Tries to work with that off arm. Stops in the lane. Has to kick it out to Karlblom. Left side Kaiser. 3-ball on the way. Long. Rebound Jemison. Fouled by Werner.
This is the scary start if you're Alma that you did not want to have.
Brecken can't believe it. That's her second. But that one I saw, they're going to call it on the floor.
Well, Jemison was kind of falling backwards.
Yeah.
She threw a shot up, but I think she was getting pulled down from behind.
Get it in for a quick trigger from Karlblom. She hits it. Makes it 32-19, the first two of the half. Go to Hope.
Almost got to be ready to handle the pressure because it's coming right
here. Yes,
here.
it is. 2-3 zone, it looks like. It is a 2-3 zone.
An active zone, though. It's not going to. They're not going to sit back.
Swing it, Sass for a wing three. Got it, big time triple from Taylor Sass. And that's a zone beater right there.
I was just going to say, if they're going to sit back in a zone, Alma, they can heat up quick.
Kaiser drives in on Sass, up off the window, no. Rebound Garner. For Viss. Viss works off of a Jemison screen, picks up the dribble to Garner. Garner off of a screen, works on Werner, up under, and scores. Jada Garner with two.
Really good, patient ball handling right there.
It was. Gardner. Back into a man-to-man for Hope. They abandon the 2-3. LaRue, corner three, short. Clanged it badly. Jemison the rebound. And quickly now, here comes Kaiser. Nobody picks her up. She kicks it out. Karlblom thought about a three, didn't take it. I'm not sure why she didn't go all the way there. Garner for three off the iron, no. And a rebound to LaRue. Robbins. Scott Thor didn't. I don't think she thought she could get it to her that time.
Smart choice.
Sass with a blow by. Loses it briefly, gets it back, hits the deck, jump ball, timeout called by Sammy Stormont. Good job by Coach Stormont from the sidelines. So the Scots will get it back. We'll be back in 30. Minutes gone by here in the third quarter. 35-21 Alma weathering Hope so far. Hope outscoring them 4-3 in this third quarter, but that's acceptable by the standard of the Scots right now.
Hope's going to have to go on a run, and not very often you've got a chance in the second half have Hope in the ground like this.
Robbins looks to get it in, goes to Derlew, who's checked back into Weber. Weber going to drive on Jemison. Has it poked away. Foul on Jemison. Foul number 3.
Wow.
Good job by Maddie Weber to just put it on the ground. And Jemison is not happy to see Courtney Lee come to the scorer's table.
No, I didn't. I obviously saw it happen, but I didn't know they called a foul at first. I thought they just said it went off of Weber's knee.
Robbins to inbound. Gets it to Derlew. Derlew comes off a screen and travels with. That was a nice job to flash out by Kaiser. So a turnover from the Scots here. Hope will go into Garner. Garner driving off of a Lee screen, works on Weber through the lane. Guys, a three on the way from Kaiser. That's long. Weber has to tap the rebound, comes out, and a jump ball is going to be called. Sass wrapped it up just long enough. Possession to Alma.
A lot of fans wearing orange and blue in this gym that do not like that one.
It was a quick one, It was quick. I will agree. Robbins. Left wing Sass. Back up top Robbins for Derlew. Derlew to LaRue. Brooke puts it on the floor. Hands to Sass. Taylor to the right. Weber flashed out, wanted it, couldn't get it. They go out. Instead, 7 on the shot clock. Cross court, Derlew, extra pass, LaRue, wing 3, no. And it's going to go out of bounds. Didn't really catch much of anything.
I really thought Molly was going to pull that one down in the corner.
I did too.
She was wide open. Gave it up to LaRue, who had more of a contested shot. You see Coach Stormont telling Molly, let that thing fly.
Yep.
You made a couple in that first half. And
4 subs for Hope.
Now is not the time to lose that confidence if you're Alma.
No, certainly not.
Let it all hang out there. You've got a 14-point lead here.
Maynard with the basketball. Works off of a couple of screens. Kicks it to Bellows. Bellows cross for Leach. Leach is wide open for 3. Nobody picked her up. Long rebound comes out to Brunsberg. Brunsberg tries to rip it out of there. Gets it back. Bellows for 3. Wide open. No good. LaRue the rebound.
Oh, that's big for Alma. They were on their heels.
They missed a couple that possession, yeah. Robbins. Alma could use a bucket here. They go inside to Maddie. Up, under, off the window. No, she needs to draw contact there.
Yeah, tried to go
Wasn't
up
able
and
to do
around.
so.
She's just so much more undersized.
Yep.
Wasn't able to get the angle she needed.
Maynard back into the corner. Bellows lost it briefly. Oh, crosses over beautifully. Bellows goes right through the lane, though, gives it back. Maynard for 3. She fills it up. Taryn Maynard.
Much more what you expected in the first half from
Yep.
Hope. Really good ball movement. Found the open shooter. She made him pay.
35-24. Scots by 11.
You can feel Alma tightening
LaRue
up.
to Derlew. Oh, certainly. Inside Weber, outside Sass. Back to Robbins for Derlew. Molly going to drive and kick it out. Sass open for 3. Way long. And a battle for the rebound, and I think a foul jump ball is going to be called. Possession's going to favor Hope.
Almost a rebound on that weak side from LaRue.
Kaminsky checks in along with Thor. Robbins and Derlew sit down. And you're right, Alma needs a couple things to go their way right now to get that confidence level back up.
They could use a huge spark play right here, a charge, a turnover, and an and one. Something to get this crowd going.
Maynard goes off for Leach. Into the corner, Brunsberg. Back to Leach. Leach out. Bellows has to corral a pass along the sideline. She's going to drive in now. Looked like a shove off. No call. Back out for Maynard. Maynard's going to drive through traffic. Counted in the foul. That's a weak call, too.
How do you not call the offensive?
Yeah, I mean, there's a big arm thrown out there, and then she gets the call on a pretty weak one there. Just like that, it's going to be an 8-point game if Leach can convert here. Shot up and good, 35-27 Scots. Alma's only scored 3 points in this quarter.
I'd love to have another timeout if you're Alma to be able to take one right here, but only 3 left for the game.
Right. Sass swings it to LaRue. Cross court, Thor. Reagan gonna drive up over Lee with a little teardrop too long. And the rebound comes away to Hope. Here come the Dutch. Bellows gonna drive past LaRue. Gets bumped. Up, no good. Almost got it in the foul. Wow. LaRue looks like she's out of gas right now.
A lot of contact on that one. And yeah, you're right. She does. I mean, we were talking in the second quarter. Hope looked like they were completely gassed, and they found another gear at the halftime break.
They have. Scots are going to get Robbins in for Thor. LaRue tried to come off, but they're going to stick with LaRue for now. Bellows, an 81% free throw shooter, will fire up 2.
A lot of people in this gym, and they're not making a whole lot of noise.
First one long from Bellows.
You'd like your crowd to be a little bit more into it in a 8-point game here in the third quarter. You've got the number 5 team in the nation on the ropes. You You're going to have to create a spark play if you're Alma.
Second one from Bellows up. Also no good, so an 81% foul shooter misses both of them.
That might be your spark play right there. Big rebound by Kaminsky.
2-3 zone from Hope. Sass made him pay on this earlier in the half. Cross-court Robbins. And she's going to turn it over, a rough turnover to Leach. Leach coast to coast, drives on Robbins, blocking foul. Leach to the line for 2.
Alma's gone away completely from the post play again.
Yeah.
Talked about that in the first half. When they do that, their offense goes into a shell. Even if
I think
you just
Sammy
go,
Stormont wants a timeout.
Yeah.
It is a full timeout. We'll take it along with him. 35-27. Hope on top. Back after this. Back here at the Art Smith Arena, Hope starting to claw into that 15-point halftime deficit. It's down to just 8, with 2 coming at the line from Lauren Leach. Excuse me, that's Taryn Maynard out there at the line. She hits the first. Maynard, another excellent foul shooter on this team, at 86%, and she only splits the pair. Warner the rebound. 35-28, Scots by 7. In need of a bucket. They go inside for Robbins. She's fouled. Alma being outscored 10-3 so far in this third quarter, after outscoring Hope 16-5 in the second.
I'll go back to it again. They're being out-rebounded in this quarter,
Yep.
and that's been a big difference.
Get it into LaRue, up off the window, way too strong. Alma just really, really too strong on these shots now. And here comes Hope in transition. Brunsberg for 3. It'd be a big one, in and out, no. Offensive rebound from Bellows. Bellows drives. She's going to get to the line. Scott's unable to stop the dribble penetration right now.
They have no answer.
And it's the third on Werner. Weber's going to check back in.
Big foul, but Weber has played good today off the bench.
Bellows at the line for a couple. And she hits this one. Makes it 35-29, a 6-point game. Second one up and good. So the run from Hope has been slow building, but they've got it within 5 now at 35-30. Back into the 2-3. Weber puts it on the floor to Robbins. Robbins going to try to drive against the 2-3. She's stuck in the lane. Goes out to Weber. Mid-range jumper. No good. Long. Kaminsky battles for the rebound, but Hope's got it. Here comes Maynard. Maynard off for Bellows. Kaminsky on her. Swing it around. Leach with it now. Drives in. 10 on the shot clock. Brunsberg with it. For Bellows. Bellows drives. Going to be a kick out. 3 on the way. Too strong, and it's going to go up over the backboard. And Coach Morehouse is finally going to bring the starters back in, or the 4 that can start, along with Courtney Lee. he let that second unit go for a long time, and frankly, because the second unit's been way better than the first today.
They're playing good. They're getting to the rack, and defensively, I mean, Alma hasn't scored in almost 3 minutes. They hit just that Taylor Sass 3 here in the second half.
They're going to stick in the 2-3 zone. Derlew with it for LaRue. Brooke into the corner, back to Derlew. Derlew finds a cutting LaRue, and she's going to turn it over to Lee. Scott's trying to make the perfect plays right now, and a 3-ball on the way off that time from Carlblum, and Lee's going to get it back. Lee up, got it.
Alma.
For 3-point game now, 35-32.
Alma lost right now. Coach Morehouse went to that 2-3 zone and said, beat us with the 3. Alma hit that quick one, but
now they can't even get a look.
I told you it was going to be an active 2-3. They're not going to
It is. Derlew inside. Weber, one dribble, lays it up and good. Maddie Weber. That was good ball movement from the Scots that we haven't seen in this second half. Scots back up 5. Leave it off for Carlblum. To Kaiser. This out on the wing. Crosses to Garner. Garner tries to drive on Robbins, gets cut off. Back up Viss. Over to Kaiser. Kaiser with 10 on the shot clock. Leaves it off. Lee, jumper off the window, way off. That should not have reset the shot clock, but it did, and it's going to give an extra possession to Hope.
Goodness.
Garner with it. Garner drives in. Leaves it off, stolen by LaRue. LaRue back one-on-one. What's she want to do? She's going to leave it for Robbins, cross court, up off the window. No, Maddie really struggling. And a foul is going to be called away from the play on Lee.
That's
LaRue sits down.
Huge steal for LaRue there. Hope had gotten it 2 or 3 times, extending that possession.
Yeah. Robbins looks to get it in, goes to Weber. Whoa. Weber up off the window and good. Maddie Weber with 9.
Just got that one to fall.
Under a minute to go, third quarter. Scots by 7, 39-32. Viss drives on Thor, goes out, tapped away by Derlew. Molly still sticking with it, and Viss gets it out. They're going to swing it around. Almost a 3 attempt from Kaiser, didn't take it. Back to Sid. Viss drives in. She's fouled by Weber, and she'll go to the line for 2.
Weber is in great position there, but her hands are out in front of her. If they're straight up, she doesn't get called on that. Pretty good job by Alma to take away that dribble drive the last couple possessions.
Still just 3 points, including 1 for 2 from the foul line. 27.6 seconds to go in the third. Viss's first foul shot rolls over the front iron and goes.
Had enough steam on it to get over the
just barely
front iron.
The second from Sydney Viss up, and same story, front iron and goes through. So 39-34, Scots by 5. They'll play for the final shot here.
Bucket here is huge.
Hope stays in the 2-3. Robbins with it to Sass. Sass left open, long wing 3. Deep ball, got it. Taylor Sass from downtown. Here comes Hope back the other way. They've got time. Kaiser with it will slow things up. 7 seconds. Kaiser goes with 5. A little give and go. Back out Garner. Garner going to force up a shot. No good. Scots hold at the end. It'll be Alma by 8 as we head to the fourth quarter. 42-34 Alma. Don't go anywhere. This is going to be a great one. Well, it wasn't a thing of beauty in the third quarter for the Scots, but it got the job done. 42-34. They'll take an 8-point lead to the fourth. They get outscored 17-10, but Hope had gotten the lead all the way down to 3 before Maddie Weber and Taylor Sass ended the quarter strong for the Scots. So 42-34. It'll be Alma basketball to start the fourth quarter here. Robbins, Sass, Derlew, Weber, and Thor for the Scots. Sammy Stormont calling out plays. They go into the corner for Sass. Taylor's going to drive, leave it off for Thor. Out Derlew, 15 on the shot clock still. Hands to Weber, they're going to reset. Thor to Derlew. Molly with 8 on the shot clock, leaves it for Weber. Little left-handed scoop and score. Maddie Weber with 11.
Wow.
Scots by 10. What a play out of the break.
Good ball movement. Drew that one up for sure.
Kaiser. Derlew all over her. Viss has got Thor on her. And Viss nearly throws it into the bench, but Garner grabs it. Nice play by Jada. She's going to drive down in on Robbins, puts it up and scores. What a play by Jada Garner.
She's just so patient.
She is. 44-36. Derlew with it. Goes back to Robbins to Derlew on the wing. Molly going to drive in, little teardrop too long, and the rebound comes to Viss. Viss goes to Kaiser. Kaiser leaves it off for Garner. Garner into the corner, back to Kaiser. Kaiser cut off there, leaves it. Lee, little jumper, too long. Lee gets it back, and Lee lays an elbow in, and Robbins takes the charge.
Bit of a sell job by Robbins, but really good job to stand in there and take it.
Here come a fresh 5 for Hope. It's that second string that's been so good, along with Jemison, who checks back in. Werner and LaRue back for the Scots. Weber and Sass will sit down. And I don't know how long they want Weber and Sass on the bench, because those are your 2 scorers right now.
Yeah, they've
the only 2 who have scored in the second half for Alma are Maddie Weber and Taylor Sass. Robbins to Derlew. Derlew, Warner. Out for LaRue. Brooke gonna drive, go back out, Robbins. Robbins to Derlew. Derlew, left wing 3. In and out. Oh, man, she was robbed, but Thor's got the board. Derlew, oh, man, Derlew had that one all the way down.
Good to see her shoot it.
Cross court, Thor. Reagan drives on Jemison, up off the window, no. Werner tips the rebound out, but it sets off a break for Bellows. Bellows in all the way, puts it up, no, but Robbins is going to be called for a tough foul, frankly. Not a lot of contact there.
Yeah, she stood in there for a charge and moved her feet at the last second to get over in front of that shot.
That's 3 on Robbins, so Bellows back to the line, 7:59 to go.
Yeah, Maddie couldn't believe that foul call, but can make an argument both ways.
First foul shot up and good from Bellows. Second one from Bellows, front iron, gets it to go. 44-38, Scots by 6. LaRue with it. Brooke gonna drive to her left, gets cut off there, goes for Thor. Extra pass, Robbins. Back to Thor in the corner. Cross court, didn't work out. Derlew just lets that one go out of bounds. That's a good play by Molly. Kaminsky and Sass back in. Derlew and Thor sit down.
Alma has had that skip pass today, but Hope now just pinning their ears back.
They are.
And they're going to jump that. Alma's got to go inside out more. Warner got stuck standing at the free throw line. Nobody even looked at her.
Right. Sass with 10 on the shot clock for the Scots. Sass going to drive through a triple team, and she's going to travel with it or be called tie up, jump ball.
I guess
any way you looked at it, that wasn't going to go well for the Scots.
No, I thought it was going to stay here. They were going to get another crack, but just kind of dribbled it right into the defenders.
Maynard, who leads the way with 11 for Hope. Goes across to Bellows. Bellows with a nice crossover, gets into the lane, throws a pass behind Brunsberg, and it's going to be run down there by Leach. from Maynard with 10 on the shot clock. Goes off a Jemison screen, steps back, goes back in, puts it up off the window and scores. What a play by Maynard.
It's a tough finish.
44-40, Hope within 4. 7 minutes even to go in the game. Sass with it to Kaminsky for LaRue. LaRue, cross-court, Robbins. And an offensive foul called on Brecken Werner. Moving screen. That's 4 on Werner, and that's going to get Weber back up off the bench.
Give Hope a lot of credit in this one. They just continue to chip away when things have looked very grim for them. That's what good teams do.
Oh, Taryn Maynard just double dribbled. No call. And Jemison will keep the play moving to Maynard. Maynard goes all the way under the hoop. Out to Bellows. Bellows driving on Weber. Has to go around her and scores. Wow.
She is so tough when she drives. Almost got to get a stop on that.
44-42. This is as close as Hope has been. Weber with it. Goes across to Sass. Taylor's going to drive in, get to the bucket. Left hand counted in the foul. Taylor Sass said, I'm taking this, and I'm going to score.
Talk about
big
tough
time
to
bucket.
Stop when she drives. Taylor Sass is the definition of that.
That is a huge bucket right there for Sass. Puts Alma back up by 4. She'll have a chance to make it 5. And she does so. Quickly up off the bench is Kaiser. Bellows is going to sit down. That's a rare single substitution. Actually, Bellows stays in. Brunsberg sits down. Kaminsky going to sit Thor in for the Scots. 47-42, 6:11 to go. Hope crosses the timeline with Maynard. Get it out to Bellows. Bellows off a screen, step back 3, got it. Bellows is heating up.
She's been the difference.
47-45. Thor with it. To Sass. Goes to LaRue. Cross-court Robbins. Maddie's going to drive. She's cut off there. Out for Weber. For Sass. Taylor drives, leaves it to Weber. Weber on the floor, and she's going to be called for a charge. That's 4 on Weber.
That's rough.
Alma certainly hasn't gotten the calls to go their way here.
Yeah, it's just good job defensively to read what was going on and stand in there. But man, I thought Weber had an open 3 over here.
Yeah,
on
I thought
elbow.
so too.
She didn't take.
Leach with it for Kaiser. Kaiser going to try to drive. Goes out Bellows. Thought about a 3. Works off of a Jemison screen. Going to reset things to Kaiser with 10 on the shot clock. Kaiser to Maynard. Maynard driving with 5 on the shot clock. Drives again. Has to step back. Little mid-range jumper is short. That's an air ball. That's a shot clock violation.
That's big. Big, big, big.
That time the shot clock didn't get reset. And correctly so. So 47-45, midway through the fourth quarter.
Randy was just getting back to his
Well,
seat.
that's true. He was getting back into the action.
Couldn't get the popcorn off his fingers in time to stop the shot clock.
Thor with it against this Hope 2-3. They work it into LaRue. Back out Robbins over to Thor. Thor's going to trigger a wing 3. She's got it! Reagan Thor for 3.
That's huge.
Scott's back up 5.
Got to dig in here defensively. No drives.
Driving is Maynard, but she comes back out around to Bellows. Awkward lack of an exchange, and then she throws it away. Oh, that possession got away from him in a hurry. How long till Coach Morehouse goes back to his starters is the question, but frankly, the second team has been better by quite a bit.
They're going to be coming back in here in the next minute, I would think.
I would think so, too.
Alma, if they could take away that drive, they can stop this Hope offense.
Robbins for the Scots to Sass. Back to Robbins to Thor on the right wing. Scots get a little movement going. Robbins to Thor. Reagan put it on the floor to Weber. Weber's triple team goes to LaRue. LaRue for 3 from the corner. That's way long. and it comes to Jemison. LaRue has not had the range. That's 1 for 7 from downtown today.
One more pass to make up towards the top.
Driving in is Maynard, too long, and Thor's got the rebound. Reagan's out, but it's 1-on-2, 1-on-3, and Thor sees it, slows it down to Weber for Robbins. Maddie's going to say, let's take a little time here.
Yeah, you want to take all 18 seconds here.
Robbins to LaRue. LaRue, cross-court, Thor, open for 3. Reagan Thor's got another one! Scots by 8!
You don't need to take all 18 when Reagan Thor's shooting the ball for you.
53-45 Scots. Kaiser with it. Kaiser through the lane, puts up a shot. No. Weber battles for the rebound. It's tipped out of bounds. Alma basketball.
Weber falling down. Wasn't able to get a hand on that, and it leads to Alma keeping possession.
Werner back. Weber sits down.
I think if Weber would have caught that, she would have traveled.
3:10 to go. Wondering if Hope's going to use a timeout here. They are not so far. Robbins for the Scots. To Thor, who's red hot all of a sudden. Brecken Werner as we hit 3 minutes to go. Werner drives back out. LaRue for 3. Ring it up! Scots by 11.
You can feel it now, under 3.
A timeout called by Hope. 56-45, Alma with 2:50 to go. We will take a short timeout with them back after this. (56-45) Scots with 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go here. Reagan Thor with 2 triples and Brooke LaRue with a big one on the last possession after Hope got it down to 2. The Scots with a 9-0 run, back up 11.
You could feel it before that timeout. If Alma can get this under 2, it might be over.
Kaiser out of the timeout for Hope, goes into the corner. Bellows drives. Cross court, 3 ball on the way. Carblum in and out, no good. Werner the rebound.
Just rebound after rebound today for the Scots.
Robbins with 2:30 to go. For Derlew. For LaRue. Robbins out on the right wing extended. Taylor Sass with it. Sass being hounded out there. Derlew, 8 on the shot clock. Derlew for Sass. 3 on the shot clock. Sass, step back 3, and she got fouled. She got fouled. She's going to shoot 3.
Oh, Garner can't believe it, but she didn't let her land.
She got her pretty hard.
She didn't let her land. I thought for sure Hope
3 shots coming for Taylor Sass at the line. Her team up 11, 2:09 to go. 24 years ago today, the Alma Scots beat Hope in a women's basketball game. They've played 50 of them since then, and Alma hasn't won any of them.
They've come close, but
Sass hits the first. Scots by 12. Sass takes a deep breath. Shot. Good. Scots by 13. 58-45. Maynard checks out. Maynard is back at the scorer's table. Thor also to the scorer's table for the Scots. Sass hits all 3. 59-45 with 2:09 to go.
I'll tell you,
the Scots have got to hold on here for another 2 minutes and 9 seconds.
This would be a big win for a lot of reasons, but Coach Stormont today on Be Like Ty Day,
that would
very,
be
very close to Ty Edwards was Coach Stormont, and this one would be huge for the program.
By 14 on a 12-0 run here as we hit the 2-minute mark. Maynard surveys the landscape, gets to Bellows. Bellows, jumper in the lane, no good, off to the right, rebound run down by Carlblum.
Look at this.
Carlblum double teamed in the corner, Carlblum in trouble. They're going to call a foul to bail her out. It's just the 4th team foul on Alma, so not shooting yet. And we're down to a minute 46 with Alma by 14.
Alma crashed that one, had the trap in the corner, and LaRue just couldn't keep her hands back.
Maynard will inbound from beside her own basket. They'll double team Lee. Maynard looks to get it in, now gets it in. Carlblum, mid-range jumper, got it. Down to a 12-point game. Hope saves timeouts for now. They probably need to foul, though, as they still have a foul to give. Robbins with a minute 35. Scots by 12. Hands to LaRue. LaRue back to Robbins. Oh, she threw the pass right down at Maddie's ankles and turns it over. So here's a chance for Hope. An opportunity here. Garner open for 3. Good closeout, but it's good. And now it's a 9-point game. Minute 15 to go. Robbins. This is the possession right here. If Alma turns it over, they're in trouble. If they don't, they're in business.
Good.
LaRue thought about a 3 early in the shot clock, but she decides to be patient with it. And Hope is saving the foul for right now. Sass with it. 10 on the shot clock. We're under a minute to go. Sass driving. She's fouled down there on the floor. So that's going to reset the shot clock to 20 probably.
That's still big, though, to get 20 more seconds. You can work some clock.
53.9. Now Hope will have to foul, I believe.
It's got 2 timeouts. I wouldn't mind using one to talk about what you want to do.
The next foul will send the Scots to the line. They don't want to foul Sass, and Sass is just going to run ISO here. Jab steps in, jab steps out so that she doesn't get the count on her. 10 on the shot clock. Sass, cross court, Thor. 3 ball on the way. No good. Lee the rebound. 37 seconds. Here comes Garner in a hurry. They probably need a 3. Carlblum for 3. Air ball. Scots basketball. Under 30 seconds to go. 30-second timeout called by Sammy Stormont. And we are going to keep this thing right here. Scots by 9. They're so close right now to beating the 5th-ranked team in the country. 59-50 Alma.
Yeah, you talk about that 24-year drought. The last time beating them was actually in the MIAA tournament.
Yep.
Alma beat them earlier in that year, just before Christmas break in December, and then lost one over at Hope later in January. But, man, a win here would be huge for your program. They've been so close so many times. Obviously, earlier this year, taking Hope to double overtime.
There is a chance that these two teams could meet again in the MIAA tournament. Frankly, I think all it takes is Alma beating Albion in the MIAA tournament, and they'd have a 3rd matchup. And Alma just matches up well against Hope for whatever reason.
That's what I was going to say, and I've said it from the start. This Hope team not as big as what they've been.
Hope's going to try to go with 6 here.
Well, that's a good strategy, but I just think the way this Hope team is built, it plays perfectly into Alma's hand.
It does. It does. Alma's got to get the ball inbounds and get fouled. Can't turn it over here. Robbins to inbound. Awkward position from in front of her own bench here, and she does not get it in, but she bravely goes after the basketball and gets it back, and Thor is fouled. That's a good play by Robbins.
Just a senior doing senior things.
Reagan Thor to the line for 2. Thor right now is frankly the hero for the Scots, as once Hope got it to a 2-point game, Thor hit a couple of 3s.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of heroes on that Scots team.
They've all played well, that's for sure.
You don't do what they've done today without all members.
Thor's first foul shot up and good. Alma by 10 with 27 seconds to go. That was a big one. Getting either one of those is huge. Thor at 66.5% on the year. And she puts both of them straight through. 27.4 to go. 61-50 Alma.
Just one stop here.
Here's Maynard with it. They're taking way too much time here. Carlblum drives, step back three. In and out, no good. Garner, the rebound, puts it up. Elma's not going to foul. LaRue, the rebound. Elma's going to upset Hope. All she's got to do is cross the timeline, and the Alma Scots have stunned the fifth-ranked team in the country. 61-50. The Scots have downed Hope. What a win for Alma.
From start to finish, the Scots really dictated this game.
How long did Hope lead for? Did you say 1 second or like 10 seconds, something like that in this ball game?
Time with lead, 25 seconds.
25 seconds Hope led this ball game. Alma led it every other second, every other minute, and the Scots have stunned Hope 61-50 in front of a huge crowd here at the Art Smith Arena. Let's take a look at some of those final numbers for the Scots here as they celebrate down at the mid-court stripe. And
this one for a while.
They're going to celebrate this one for quite some time. There is no doubt about that. 4 players in double figures, Craig, for the Scots, and they are led by Reagan Thor, I believe, who had all 14 in the second half.
That would make sense. I mean, she was key, but like I said, there were a lot of Scots that were key
Sass
to this
with
one.
13, the big three-point play when she got fouled at the end of the shot clock late. 11 for Maddie Weber, who played an incredible game. Had to play extended minutes with Werner in foul trouble. Now, also a great game from Brecken Werner. 8 points, 8 rebounds. 10 points from Brooke LaRue, and then 5 from Molly Derlou. I thought Molly played really well as well. So, 61-50, the Scots upset fifth-ranked Hope to close out their regular season. They will have an MIAA tournament game coming up on Wednesday, which we will keep you up to date on, certainly. We're going to take step aside here and some more activities on the Be Like Ty afternoon, and we will be back with basketball.
nursing major for students in Michigan and Zesper today by her father, David, and her mother, Melissa. David has memories traveling this year in Leo, Africa for 3 months to practice nursing and made lifelong friends. After graduation, David worked in a pediatric intensive care unit and eventually continue her education towards a doctorate degree and become a pediatric nurse anesthesiologist. Our next senior is Jenna Schmidt. Jenna is a psychology major and special education minor from Caledonia, Michigan, and is escorted tonight by her father Steve and mother Melissa. Jenna's favorite Alma memory is meeting all of her current roommates and staying proud of making them her closest friends. After graduation, Jenna plans to attend grad school and obtain a master's in social work. Now again, Jenna Schmidt. Our next senior is Charlie Summers. Charlie is a business analytics and communications double major from Macomb, Michigan. He's escorted tonight by her stepfather Jeff and her mother Tiffany. Charlie's favorite Alma memory is traveling to Greece and Italy for a spring trip last night. After graduation, he plans to pursue a job in the business field or infographics or analytics. Give it up for Charlie Summers. Our final senior is Kara Sutherland. Kara is a psychology and sociology major from Alma, Michigan. Is escorted tonight by her father Mark and her mother Heather. Kara's favorite Alma memory will be like time game last year when the Spears squad was hot off their rings and moved from the pack first and after graduation, Kara plans to pursue a career in psychology career and eventually attend a master's in social work. Give it up for Kara Sutherland. Our final senior this evening is Claire Miller. Claire is an English and secondary education double major from Manistee, Michigan, and is escorted today by her father John and mother Rachel. Claire's favorite Alma memory is making friends and become her family. After graduation, she plans to pursue a career as a high school English teacher. Let's give it up for Claire Miller. And now, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your Alma College 2024